In a magical world where Noxtella, the Eternal City, is the place where it's happening, there was an invasion. And this is that one. And it's so good. It's so good for you. That's right. I'm Saint Riot, and this is another edition of Elden Ring PvP invasion content for you on YouTube.com, home of the Big Net. Occasionally, I will have an invasion that is so good, it makes me say, oh my Lord, thank you for blessing me. And when that happens, I am so happy and thankful. And that's what this is. This is a good invasion. It's a good time. And I love these types of invasions. It's three co-opers who know what they're doing and, get this, are not afraid. They're not afraid to do it. They know what they're supposed to do. They're not afraid to do it, and so that's what they do. They make progress through the area. I've invaded them. This is a new build that I've made. It's a Madness Katana guy, because, we all know there's going to be a Madness Katana in the DLC. We all know it. Everybody's guessed it. And so I just went ahead and made the build. Right? It's a Dex Faith build. I use that Madness grab attack. You know? A lot of y'all were complaining about me using King in Tekken. A lot of you were happy with that choice. A lot of you complained about it. You said that King is the cheap option. That King is cheap. And I absolutely love, From Software PvP Legends telling me what's cheap in a fighting game. I take things like that so seriously. That's a serious thing that you have accused me of. I was so distraught by it that I journeyed into the center of my own mind to commune, and it was revealed to me. It was revealed to me that you don't know how to mash square to escape a grab if you get mad at people playing King. And that's not my problem. That's not my problem. What is my problem? These co-opers. Gotta take them down with Madness Katana guy. And so that's what we're gonna do. And, we've been pestering them without overcommitting, because overcommitment, sometimes is a death sentence against players who know what they're doing, right? They're using lightning spells in the water, That's a smart play, right? That's a smart thing to do. We're going to buff up with our dumpling hat. We are God's angriest meatball, and we are fucking insane. Okay? We're a lunatic. And, that's what the build is. It's just a crazy guy who uses a katana, and he looks like a crazy meatball. Somebody said he looks like a shuttlecock. If you've ever seen that game, Badminton, and somebody said I should have named him Mad Benton, and I was like, that's actually pretty good. Mad Benton, and he looks like a shuttlecock. That's funny. But we can do some serious damage, as you just saw, with the Flame of Frenzy. We've got 2 Frenzied Seals. That means New Game Plus, bitches. And we're using the Uchi Katana. Now, some of you are going to say, oh, why don't you use Naga Kiba, my favorite U-tuner? He told me it's OP powerful tier list. Okay, I'm going to tell you why I don't use it, alright? The reason I don't use it is because the Uchi Katana, that's the working man's katana. Okay? The Naga Kiba, that's the spreadsheet user's katana. Naga Kiba drives to work at its office job where it looks at Excel spreadsheets all day and it drives a pickup truck. Do you understand? Does that make sense? Uchi Katana is a roofer, or works in construction, maybe a plumber. It's real. It does things, right? That's the Uchi. And so that's what we're using. And you know, it's fun. I really wish they would let me put unsheath on a straight sword in this game. That would be great. Look at this little fight we're having right here. Do you see how the co-opers are confident enough to let their host deal with the big monster, and they can focus on me, chase me off a little bit with Elden stars, and then go in for the assist? That's excellent teamwork. They're playing smart. They're playing well. Again, I'm not overcommitting. I'm not about to walk into 3 people who can, you know, all do damage, colossal swords, lightning spells, etc. You know, Wrath of Gold, big hammer. I'm not about to walk into that. See, I have to be clever. And so that's what you're seeing right here. You're seeing me be clever. Now I'm all out of blue flasks. I've got just enough FP for one last cast of the Flame of Frenzy. And so that's what we're about to pop off with when they get down here. See how I've tucked myself away cleverly in this? They don't expect this. They don't expect this. Watch this damage, though. Not as good as we had hoped. So we're going to get on the elevator. And now keep in mind, I didn't see the third Phantom. And do you know why? Because they waited. They knew that I would try some shenanigan. They knew I was a shenanigan man. But it was too late. And now I've got a blue flask back, as well as another healing flask, which I will happily imbibe from. Got the old daggeroo there with the bestial incantations, which means those bestial incantations, you know, they'll do some real damage. And that dagger has hit stun. It's a hit stun master. And the hit stun just loses out to the better range of the katana. Look at that damage on that running attack from the Malekith's blade thing. Let's see if we can not get hit again. There we go. That's better. Little unsheath for 891 damage. That's no jar seal, arsenal, or wait, Alexander's jar shard. None of that. None of that. That's just pure damage. Alright, now we're going to go in and we're going to hit him with some lefts and some rights with the madness seals. And you might be saying, why on earth are you doing this? And the reason I'm doing it is because this builds up madness pretty fast. And people are like, haha, he's punching me and it's not doing damage. You know, maybe it's not doing damage. Maybe it's doing something you haven't seen. Anyway, I was talking about King earlier because of command grabs. And here we have Inescapable Frenzy. And I've got enough cast speed that on a good internet connection, I can use Inescapable Frenzy as a flask punish. So if you try and drink from your flask, I can just madness grab you. It's also a pretty nice roll catch if you condition your opponent to roll as you approach. And guess what people do if you have a katana? They roll as you approach. So, yeah. But what a great invasion. It ended with the thing that I love, Inescapable Frenzy. Fun co-op group. They made progress. They made it to their grace. Nothing lost, nothing gained, right? Just the perfect invasion experience. This is the build. I will have a whole-ass video on the build soon. And I've got another video with this build. It was a long invasion. I got, you know what I'm saying? This one was about 10 minutes long. I got another one for you. Here's the buff the dumpling gives us, if you want to, you know, compare the numbers. It's a fun build. Really enjoying it. I'll see you next time. Till then,